Hello, everyone. I know I'm totally late, like 4 days late, but it's been a week. It's actually been 2 weeks, so it's a little crazy here. Um, so last week was my week 6, and we're gonna talk about it. If you don't know me, my name is Manuela. I'm a mom of three, retired military. I have fur babies you see everywhere around me, and um, I decided to keep kind of like a diary for people who think about going through this or have gone through it. Maybe you have some tips. Um, but anyhow, so I do it weekly now because every day is just there will be nothing going on. It's getting really good. It's getting really good. And but if you coming on, let me know your name. If you're watching this live, let me know if you're going through the process, if you've done it, or if you're thinking about it. Now, if you've done it and you have some tips and tricks, um, let me know in the comments, and I can probably work this into the weekly videos. You know, you might have a little bit other experience, other issues that be helpful for other people to know. All right, so last week was week 6, and my husband was sick all week. That's why I've been like 4 days late, and he was down with the flu, like, and you know how men get. Yeah, we don't need to talk about that, but I mean, he was feeling crappy. He just wasn't himself. So I was home. My granddaughter is with us right now because my daughter is deployed, and my 10-year-old who is on the autism spectrum. And so it was just a lot going on. And I had my appointment on Monday, my 6 week follow up, but not sure if I'm gonna roll this into this video. Might be next week's video. But last week I realized I got really tired really fast because I had to do more. Um, and if you don't know my story, I really need to make a video. I have a brain injury and some other medical issues due to a bad car wreck that I was in, which ended my military career. But so I was really fatigued. I was really tired. Mother Nature came. It was just a crappy week. It's like done. Um, but I've been like I think I said it in week 5. I've been eating pretty regular food, but it's getting easier. But I can't just get that slow chewing down. Like anybody else has problems with that? Like I cannot chew slowly. Like we had tacos 2 days ago, and I mean 2 ounces is not a lot, but I take a bite, I chew a little bit, and I swallow it, and then you feel it. You're like, oh, cramping. I gotta stand up and stretch up my stomach and stuff, and I just don't get it down. It's really hard for me. Drinking goes a lot better. I don't have to take the mini sips. I can actually take a sip now. Another thing I'm not proficient in is I understand the fact don't drink 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after, let your stomach get empty, and then when you eat, it's full, let that digest first. But it's so hard because I catch myself keep drinking a couple of swigs before dinner, which I'm not concerned about. It's just I try to do what you're supposed to do, and then after you eat or something, you want something to drink. So I usually have a couple of sips, and then I wait a little bit. And the taco took me three attempts in a 4 hour period to eat. So they my husband gave me B12 chewables because he had a similar surgery like 12 years ago. So he takes the B12 chewables, and so I've been taking them, and they pop me up a little bit in the mornings. But yeah, otherwise it was okay. It's still like if you eat something sweet, it will really mess my stomach up. And it's really hard because Christmas season is coming in, and you get all the good candies. I go to the commissary; they have all the good European candy. You buy some. But on the other hand, I'm not craving as much sweets as I did before the surgery. So this is really a good thing. I think it's more like a want thing sometimes, and I really have to step back when I look at the candy and be like, okay, do you want this, or do you actually have room in your tummy for it? So, and it's a lot of discipline. It's a lot of soul searching. It's a lot of mental, but you can do it. I'm not telling you this so you get discouraged. You absolutely can do it. It's easy if you have a partner that helps you out with that. Like my husband, he'd be like, "Hey, you should drink some water," or "Hey, that's more than 2 ounces," And at the moment, I'm like, leave me alone. I'm hungry. But then I start eating, and halfway through the food, I'm like, I'm so full, I can't eat another bite. The other problem I still have is the medication. Some pills just don't want to go do it down. Like I have insomnia and some other sleep issues, so I take trazodone and I take 150, and those pills are like this big. And I break them in two, but for some reason, the minute they hit my mouth and I drink water, it's not going down. And those pills are disgusting. Ooh. Um, but the problem is, you can only take so big of a sip before it goes try to come back up. So it's like maybe I have to put them in fourth and take them, but I take like I think 8 or 9 pills at night. So it's like I have to start at like 6 o'clock to be done by 9 or 8 when I'm ready for bed. So, and I really have to get better in doing that because I'm not. I usually walk in the kitchen like 30 minutes before bedtime and be like, oh crap, I forgot my pills. And you start taking my pills, and then I'll try to take too many. And then my stomach, like yesterday, I took 4 pills back to back within like a 5 minute period. And I was full to here. Like I was standing there, my stomach was gurgling, and I was like, trying not to puke because you're not supposed to puke. It's not good. Um, so I laid down in bed and I had to lay down a little bit, and my son came and snuggled with me. And yeah, it is just still struggling with that. Um, Otherwise, I'm really down to everything. I even and I told her like I even put a little bit of sugar in my coffee because I can't do black. People, I cannot do black coffee. My husband likes it. Mm-mm. It is so not good. And then I see all these coffee creamers, like at Publix and Walmart, and they're like uh, sugar cookies and all the other ones, and I'm like, oh, I really want to try it, but then you turn it around, and you look at the carb and the calories, and you're like, yeah, that's like a quarter of my meal I can eat for the day. So, but at week 6, your carbohydrates goes up. I think mine is at 60 now. Calories should be about 800, and the protein, of course, should be I think about 40 or something like that. I have to look at the paper. It's on my fridge. Um, so, and with everything really having carbs, it's the carbs is not my problem ever. But it's the protein. I'm not a big meat eater. I only eat certain types of meat, like hamburger meat. I eat pork, but only if it's cut in slices with no fat. And I eat chicken. Um, but I don't like chicken bone chicken. I cannot eat it. It's just something I don't like. So the protein is really hard. So I still do a shake once every other day just to get the protein in, and it's refreshing. You get those frozen, unsweetened things in you can. I mean, you can even make a kale shake if you want to. I'm not into kale, but I know a lot of people like the spinach shakes, the kale shakes, the green shakes, basically. I do more the fruit stuff. And if you can handle stevia, I was on stevia for a long time. Really loved it, but then after 3 years, I got burned out. So I can't do any sugar substitutes. So I do sprinkle like a teaspoon of sugar in there. But honestly, if you still have, or when you have the surgery, you buy like a special protein powder for you 10 days prior. And that actually, if you mix that in, mine is chocolate. So I can put that with the strawberries, with the mango, with the bananas, and you don't need any sugar because actually that shake will make it sweet enough for you to either drink or to eat. So you don't need to add sugar if you add in your um, protein powder that already is flavored. Yeah, otherwise, I'm doing good. Weight loss is not as dropping as fast as I would like to. I'm at 178, 178. So that's only 12 pounds since my surgery 6 weeks ago. But I think it's a lot of my little snacking on Christmas candy and stuff like that. I think I might be a little bit high on my sugar. But yeah, that was last week. I hope everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving. Um, I'll be back. Gotta get rid of this elms. Uh, um, uh, but yeah, so next week is almost Christmas. So, and if you watch any of my other videos, we do had some awesome products coming out, like gold and shimmer, and I just love all of that stuff. And what else? We have some awesome palettes, color palettes coming out, and they're just so amazing. And everything we have, like, I have a lot of skincare issue. That's why I love their skincare. It's from Europe, so there's over 1,300 chemicals banned compared to 11 in the States. It's just way cleaner, cruelty-free, non-GMO. You don't find any animal byproduct. So if you go ahead and watch one of my other videos, I would appreciate it. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you have questions about it, just send me an email. In the description, you'll find all kinds of links. You can connect with me. And if you're still looking for that holiday gift, it's definitely in there, especially for friends, family, sisters, moms, or yourself. So, yeah, that's all I have. I hope you have an awesome week this week. I really want to do this every Monday. So, like I said, if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, it will let you know when I'm coming on. Otherwise, that is it. Have a blessed week and stay warm. Even here in Alabama, we're down to the 50s in the early mornings. And yeah, I'll see you on Monday, guys. Thank you so much for coming by every week and hanging with me. And let's